Hello, everyone. It was Critics' Choice Awards this evening. Usually one of the most predictable awards shows of the awards season. They usually just try and predict the Oscars. So I guess if that's what they're trying to predict, we can read into it. But I have a feeling there's not going to be too many surprises here tonight, just because usually what they pick is rather predictable. But I decided let's react to it anyway and let's see what they go with. Okay, so apparently they announced some of these like before the show even started, and like they're like they do most years, which annoys me. They like do for the tech categories, they just like put it on screen for like 1 second in rapid fire. So I don't think that's best for the stuff I'm doing. So I'm going to be reacting to the main categories that actually get speeches and actual attention, um, and reading the ones that are like just briefly mentioned afterwards. I'm going to avoid them during the show because they usually do it like right before a commercial break. So I'm going to look away once I hear them starting to announce it and then look at it at the end. Okay, supporting actor. Hee Kwan, come on. Hee Kwan. He's going all the way. He's going all the way. It's as simple as that. The easiest, most predictable acting category of this whole season. A sweeper. And we love to see it. Best supporting actress. I think this is another easy one. Angela Bassett. I think we have another going all the way to the Oscars coming on our hands, but let's see. They could go with Condon. They could. Angela Bassett. I love it. I love it. I would lock them both in. I wouldn't lock them in. Lock is intense, but I would, if you're predicting the Oscars personally, have both of them at number one right now. I think the supporting categories are looking pretty clear to me personally, at least. Okay, director. Okay. I went with the Daniels. Wasn't super confident. I do think they could maybe do like a Daniel Spielberg tie. They love their ties here. But they usually go with what ends up like sweeping the critics awards for best director. And the Daniels have been doing that, so the Daniels. They're going all the way. I'm less confident about that than when I said it during Angela Bassett and Ki Kwan, but it just makes sense to me. The Daniels. I had Spielberg for like a couple days after the Golden Globes, and he could still win. He could. This just feels more right to me personally. Okay, best actor. I think this is another easy one, at least for me. I know lots of people saying Colin Farrell. I'm saying Austin Butler. I think he's just gonna sweep all the way to the Oscars. I think he'll even win the BAFTA. But let's see. Brendan Fraser. Okay, we've got a race on our hands here. The critics hated The Whale. Not hated, it was divisive, but I would have ranked him third. I did rank him third here. I guess they just really like the narrative. Wow, even he looks shocked. He's gonna give a great speech though, isn't he? Yeah, he gave a great speech. Yeah. Damn. Damn. I have I'm a little lost. I'm thinking right now, in terms of the Oscar, this is like the 2018-2019 season where Austin Butler is Rami Malek and Brendan Fraser is Christian Bale. Christian Bale wanted the Critics' Choice here, but Rami Malek ended up winning a Golden Globe, and then he ended up winning the BAFTA and SAG, and I think that's what Austin Butler can still do. It's also similar, like a makeup transformation with Brendan Fraser and Christian Bale, and a musical biopic with Austin Butler and Rami Malek. So I'm still predicting Butler at the Oscars, but especially The Whale gets into Best Picture now, and he gave a great speech during the middle of Oscar voting right now. Voting ends on Tuesday. Like that was maybe the best speech of the night so far. You could really tell how much it meant to him. It's much closer than I thought. I'm still leaning Butler, but Fraser's more possible than it was a couple minutes ago. Okay, Best Actress. I think this is where they do a tie with Blanchett and Yo. Oh, just Kate Blanchett? Okay. If they went with one, I do think that it would have been Blanchett, just because that's where they honor Tar. And it is kind of, critics love Tar and Everything Everywhere, but I think Blanchett is a force to be reckoned with. She just mentioned Andrea Riseborough in her speech. I don't know if you guys have been paying attention to what's going on with this film, to Leslie. It's crazy. Like, pretty much every famous person you've ever known who votes in the Academy Actors branch is shouting out on social media Andrea Riseborough and her performance in To Leslie. Um, and I know lots of people aren't taking it seriously. I personally am taking it very seriously, and she's actually my number 5 right now in actress. I got her for 100 to 1 on Gold Derby while I could. I think it's gonna happen. I mean, she was just shouted out. The first name that came to Kate Blanchett's head in terms of people who weren't nominated here was Andrea Riseborough. Um, and you just look at the amount of actors who are mentioning and shouting out her performance. I feel like there's a passion there, and I feel like there's enough there for her to get in there. Okay, Best Picture. They really don't do much televised, huh? I mean, but it's gonna that's everything everywhere. Come on, everything everywhere. Yep, 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 yep. Yeah, it makes sense. Critics love this movie. It's. I mean, it didn't win actress, but it's won pretty much everything else it could have here. Um, yeah, I lost a little faith in it after the Golden Globes in terms of winning picture. I think I'm back to it now. I think I'm going back to everything ever winning picture, director, supporting actor. I think Banshee still wins original screenplay. I don't know what won original screenplay here because it was one of the like unannounced ones. So let's go look at those. So now I'm gonna read off all the ones that I ignored during the ceremony. I imagine this article is going to start. Yeah, picture we already knew everything everywhere. Actor Fraser, actress Blanchett, supporting actor Juan Bassett. I think I just saw. I mean Gabriel LaBelle, right? Yeah, Gabriel LaBelle. Best performance in that film. I would have also loved to see Frankie Coiro, but Gabriel LaBelle really good in that movie, so deserving. So I imagine we're now getting into ensemble. I said women talking, but I said women talking or Glass Onion or Banshees. I thought it was going to be one of those three. I think my women talking pick was a little bit of hope predicting, but okay, it was Glass Onion. Okay, that makes sense. I mean, it is a good ensemble. They weren't going to give it, I didn't think that they were going to give Everything Everywhere ensemble, picture, and comedy, and I don't think it will win comedy. I haven't seen it yet, but I thought Glass Onion was going to win comedy, though, which is why I was considering Women Talking and Banshees most here. So I wonder if Everything Everywhere does win comedy. I don't know. Director, we went over that already. Original screenplay. Banshees, right? This is where they honor the movie, considering it didn't get anything else above the line. And it's winning everywhere. The Daniels for Everything Everywhere All at Once. Okay. That's big. I feel like that's kind of big. Because Banshees kind of seemed like a sweeper here. And this was, I mean, it was also a critic's darling. Banshees is a critic's darling film. And the critics themselves still picked Everything Everywhere here. So maybe Everything Everywhere's win hall is picture, director, screenplay, supporting actor. That's a good win hall. That's a good win hall, I think. Because then Banshees, I don't think is eligible at WGA, so I think Everything Everywhere will win there. It's going to be a close call, I think. But I used to think this was Banshees, like in a cakewalk. Not anymore. This is good for Everything Everywhere. Everything Everywhere needed this after the Golden Globes. And yeah, you can count on the critics because they love the movie. Adapted. I mean, Women Talking. If it's something like The Whale, I mean, Fraser won actor. It's like The Whale. I'm going to be upset. Okay, it's not the whale. Yeah, women talking. Okay. Thank the Lord. Although, screw you, Critics' Choice. This is like the one award that Sarah Polley and Women Talking has won so far this like whole season, and you're not allowing her to even give a speech. This was one of those categories that they just popped on and said, "Oh, this one, by the way, right before commercial." You could have given her a chance to give a speech and like maybe during the middle of Oscar voting, like boost the film just in the slightest. And you didn't do it. Screenplay should be one of the categories where they give speeches. I mean, come on now. Come on. Like maybe some of the text, if you're trying to save time, because I know they also do TV, I can understand. But screenplay, I don't get that. Speaking of text, cinematography, Top Gun, let's see. Top Gun. It's winning everywhere. We must accept it at this point. Production design, Babylon. It's the old time Hollywood stuff. Babylon, old time Hollywood stuff. Making sense so far. Um, Editing, I went with Everything Everywhere just because if you look at the past Critics' Choice picks here, they usually don't go with what ends up winning the Oscar, surprisingly enough. And I think they just, I mean, as seen so far, Everything Everywhere, the showiest editing, and they love the film. Could be Top Gun. I think Top Gun will win the Oscar either way. That sound, oh, Everything Everywhere. Hell yeah. I saw it coming, but I'm happy about it. I'm very happy about it. I still think Top Gun's going to win the Oscar just because the sound correlation very strong. But I wouldn't say it's like a complete locked in category. Costume design. What did I go with here? I think I went with Black Panther. I still think Elvis is going to win the Oscar, but I felt like at the Critics' Choice, people would lean more towards Black Panther. Black Panther, yeah, Ruthie Carter, a legend. She could still win the Oscar, very much so, because I think Elvis could also win production design, but I think I mean, it's definitely winning makeup, which we haven't gotten to yet. Maybe the whale wins here. I don't know. But I don't know if Elvis is going to win costume design, production design, and makeup. I think he'll probably win two of those. So maybe this is where it ends up missing for Black Panther. But I think Black Panther's also winning supporting actress. In the like last 7 years, the supporting actress winners have been the sole winners for their films. So that would make it not happen this year. But who knows? Speaking of hair and makeup, don't pick the whale, please. Don't. Elvis, yeah. Going all the way to Oscar. And there's that makeup correlation. An actor, I know Fraser won here. I'm still sticking with Butler. VFX, Avatar. Yeah, Avatar. Comedy. I said Glass Onion, but now I don't know because it won ensemble. So let's see. Glass Onion, okay. I would love to see Triangle Sadness win here. Um, yeah, that makes sense. And oh well, I just spoiled it. I scrolled a little too fast. Animated feature, Pinocchio. Good thing it wasn't like anything that was not super predictable. That's one of the most predictable categories this season. Foreign language RR. Yeah. I think that was during the ceremony, maybe. I joined the ceremony late. I wasn't there for the beginning. Song. Natu Natu. Yeah, Natu Natu. I don't know what's going on with my brain now, yo. Score. Um Babylon. Babylon. It's not either or the first, dude. That's just spoiled myself. What? Tar? There's barely a score in that movie. That's bold. I mean, look right here. If you want to give Hilda an award, give it to her score for Women Talking, which is like throughout the movie and a better score. I mean, I love Tar. Favorite film of the year by a long shot. I don't get that personally. I'm not like gonna super complain because the sound design in general in that film is just incredible. I just don't know how much of it is score versus sound. But I'm happy to see Hilder win something. Justin, I still hope you win the Oscar. But you know, I think he probably still will, but he could lose some buzz. Oh, and then we're getting to drama series. What one drama series? Better go, Saul. Oh, I think yeah, that happened during the show. Okay. Okay, that was a little crazier than I thought. I'm gonna be honest. They made their own path here. They did. Best actor, definitely the craziest. I did not see Fraser happening really at all. Everything Everywhere doing very well. I did expect. Blanchett, I thought they were going to tie that category, but Blanchett is clearly, I think, it's a slight bigger front runner right now than Yo is. Supporting categories, I'm confident in. Director, I'm going to say the Daniels now are going to win at the Oscars. Spielberg is still a clear number two, and I think he's still competition, but I think the Daniels are now clear front runners. DGA will be very helpful with that, because if Spielberg wins there, then it's like truly a race. I don't think there's any. Oh, original screenplay. Everything Everywhere. Definitely, it's between that and Banshees now. They're both in heavy contention for that. I think it could really go either way. I would maybe lean Everything Everywhere now because I've got a winning picture, but it also could just win picture, director, supporting actor, and miss screenplay. Kind of like Nomadland and Shape of Water did recently. Yeah, that's really it. That's really it. Yeah. What do you guys think of this? Yeah, some crazy stuff, mostly an actor. I think the main takeaway is actors a little more competitive than I initially thought. Supporting categories pretty much locked up. Original screenplay a little more competitive than I thought. Adapted screenplay, I still don't know. I still think it will be women talking, but I think we really have to wait to see how strong The Whale is at the Oscars. Yeah, best actor, true competition. If The Whale gets in at the Oscars, I will be for best picture. That is, I will be a little scared. I think best actor really comes down to who wins SAG. I think Butler will win SAG if I had to guess, and I think Butler will probably win BAFTA. I think he'll do the Rami Malek route, like I mentioned. Um, Supporting categories, director, yeah, actor, competitive. Other acting categories, maybe actress is still a little competitive, but the other ones I'm pretty confident in. Direct, I think the other takeaways, yeah, Everything Everywhere, just boosted everywhere. Everything Everywhere, it got boosted everywhere. Yeah, I have it winning director. No, I've switched back. I was like 2 days on Spielberg. And picture. So yeah, what do you guys think? I like the critics' choices overall here pretty much. Besides actor, I mean, not a huge fan of the whale, but I know some of you are, so I'm happy for you. Um, yeah, comment your thoughts down below, subscribe, like the video, and yeah, busy upcoming week. Oscar predictions, BAFTA nomination reactions, plenty of other crazy stuff, I'm sure. So stay tuned and stick around for that, and we'll see you whenever we see you next.